So the disciples came to Jesus and said, what will be the sign of the second coming? And what are the signs of the end of the world? And then everything after this are involving the signs of the second coming. Does that make sense? And what chapter are we in? Matthew chapter 24. Now pay attention to the screen. Look at what Jesus says in verse 11 of this chapter. He says, and how many? Many. Many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive what? Many. So are false prophets going to deceive a few people? They're going to deceive many people. This is Jesus speaking. And then it goes on to say, there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show what? Great signs and wonders, that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. The elect in the Bible are a title used to describe God's people or Christians. In other words, Jesus is saying, in the last days, a lot of people are going to be deceived. You guys might have seen videos on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, wherever it may be online, and seen stories of people being healed. They have videos of people walking up. You have a lady in a wheelchair and she comes and there's people surrounding the lady and they're yelling and they're chanting and all of these things are going on. And then she gets up and then she all of a sudden stands and they're like, oh, wow, we've seen a miracle take place. And family, some of you guys are laughing, but I guarantee you, if we saw someone walk in this room with boils on their face, and then someone comes in, a random person comes in, and they say, I have power to heal, and everyone's watching, and they touch this person and the boils disappear on their face, I can guarantee you, almost every single person in here would be tempted to say, that was from God. As long as we see a miracle or a sign or a wonder, we're automatically convinced that it's from the Lord. And Jesus says that in the last days, shortly before he comes, not a small amount of people. How many people? Many people in the last days are going to be deceived. And he says the reason why is because they will show signs and wonders, that if it were possible, they would deceive even the very elect, even the people of God who know better. So is this a topic that we should be looking into? Because we don't want to be deceived, correct? So we're going to look at this topic of the spirit of prophecy and why it is important.